parental alienation, which has been a controversial concept over the last few decades. But I think by now most professionals agree that there's parenting behaviors that can alienate a child against the other parent. And so thinking in terms of behavior is the way to go. And so this is to help educate people about what seems to be a growing problem in many divorces. Especially, I think, also with COVID, one parent starts to kind of take over the child and the time with the child and the protection of the child and starts really bad-mouthing the other parent or pushing them out of the relationship. So I'm working on this. That's a video project. And then I have another book I'm working on. It's another year and a half away, about bullies and how bullies in families, in the workplace, in communities, in the world, have similar patterns of behavior, and how people can recognize those patterns before they get in too deep with a bully. So it's about the powers and patterns of bullying. So that's going to be a very broad one. And talking about why that's happening at this point in the world. A lot of bullying seems to be increasing. And in many ways, our culture is feeding this and giving bullying more attention than good behavior. And so I talk about that. So that's the next two big projects.
Well, they both sound fascinating. And I just wanted to say, I appreciate the continued focus on alienating behaviors. I know rather unfortunate it was that there was a psychological theory that arose about probably 10 or 15 years ago now called parent alienation syndrome, and that was some sort of diagnosis syndrome that you could see based on behaviors and emotions exhibited by the affected child. And that sort of set the parent alienation thing in the wrong direction. And it seems like it's taken a while for that to regain legitimacy by saying it's not a mental health syndrome or diagnosable condition in the child. It's focusing on what are the behaviors that the alienating parent are using and watching for trends in that regard, much like you're saying, watching for the patterns with bullies. It sounds like those are both going to be really, really useful resources for both individuals and professionals who work in that we work in. So I'm looking very much forward to both of those projects.
It'll be a while, so don't expect anything too soon.
Okay. No rush, no pressure. All right. So I've just asked my behind-the-scenes supportive staff if